Welcome to Life Unscripted, Adulting Uncovered, the podcast for anyone out here doing their best to grow, heal, and not totally lose it in the process. I'm your host, Brennan, and if you ever felt like the only adult still figuring it out, don't worry, you're not alone. This is the place for you. Let's stop pretending and start talking. Guys, welcome back to another episode of Life Unscripted, Adulting Uncovered. I am Brennan. I am always the host on this podcast, talking you through the things that we talk about on this podcast. And today I want to discuss something that I think that we all secretly wrestle with, and that's starting over. And I feel like that we live in a world that's obsessed with milestones, promotions, relationships, followers, financial wins. But nobody claps when you fall apart quietly. No one celebrates when you leave something that isn't serving you, and no one gives you a medal for letting go, even when that's the bravest thing you'll ever do. And the truth is, starting over isn't failure. It's proof that you believe in something bigger and better. You know, if I reflect back over my life, there are so many times where I have had failure and I have had to start over more than once. And during those times, I thought I had ruined my life in some way. Like job loss, relationships ended, I spent more money than I should have, my self-worth was shattered, I developed addictions and habits that got way out of hand. But you know, every time I started again, something incredible happened. I found me. Not the version the world expected, not the guy checking off boxes, but the man who got real about who he was becoming. See, starting over is emotional rehab. You detox from people who didn't value you. You get to mourn the version of yourself that settled, and then you rebuild. Quietly, painfully, and beautifully. But here's the part no one tells you. It's not supposed to feel good right away. Healing rarely feels like progress. Sometimes it just feels like confusion, pain, silence, and empty space. But here's the kicker. That space, that's where you find clarity. I used to think starting over meant I'd failed at something. But now I realize it's just I outgrew something. And maybe that's where you are right now. Maybe you're questioning your career, your relationship, your direction, even your own reflection. And look, I get it. It's terrifying. And we've been programmed to equate change with chaos, uncertainty, and discomfort. But what if starting over is actually peace? What if the discomfort is the doorway to the life you're meant to live? You see, I think we all hold on to old versions of ourselves out of loyalty, out of habit, and out of not knowing what's better. And oftentimes our brains want to keep us safe because that's what they're programmed to do. We stay in relationships because we said we would. We stay in jobs because they pay well and they feel safe. We stay in pain because it's familiar and we know nothing else. But loyalty should never come at the expense of your own peace. So let me ask you something. What's one thing you know deep down inside isn't working anymore? And what would it look like if you stopped apologizing for walking away from it? Stop calling it failure. Stop calling it quitting. Stop calling it self-respect. Maybe you need to move cities. Maybe you need to let someone go. Maybe you need to change careers or just take a break from pretending that you're fine. Whatever it is, give yourself permission to reset. Life doesn't owe you consistency. It offers you evolution. And every ending you've ever faced has secretly been preparing you for the next version of you. So, guys, I'll leave you with this. You're allowed to outgrow things that once fit you. You're allowed to want more, not because you're ungrateful, but because you're awake. And you're allowed to start again, as many times as it takes, until your life feels like it actually belongs to you. So if you're rebuilding, you're not behind, you're becoming. Guys, all in there today. Thanks for hanging out with me on Life Unscripted, Adulting Uncovered. If something hit, please share it with someone else who needs to hear this. If everybody who listens to this podcast just shares it with one person, we can double the spread of this mission and help people understand that rebuilding is not a sign that you're behind. It's a sign that you're becoming. And remember, you don't need to have life figured out all the time. You just need to have the courage to take the next step. So remember, life is so much better when we stop pretending and start talking. I will catch you next time. Take care.